This video, I'm going to be explaining how to put on the relocation kit from Vance Hines for the high output grenades without actually taking off the muffler or exhaust like it says in the instructions. Let's get to it. There's 0 videos or instruction tutorials on how to do this. We found out how to, so we want to bless the world with instructions on how to do it. First step is down just into your exhaust a little bit. You have the bracket which holds your exhaust on. There are 3 bolts within there. We have taken those out. There's one right there, and there's one more up here, which line up with the relocation bracket here, where this bolt is, here, and then here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Before you put it on though, get this bolt, put in this direction on the second hole. That'll help you'll be able to screw this in to help that extension come out. That's going in good. These two. So it's gonna be a pain again. Now you're good. That's a different size. That's good. So I'm just finishing up tightening the screws for that first bracket. The top 2, I used the screws that Vance Hines gave me, but on the bottom one, I used the original bolt that Harley had for this piece. At this point, get the cone-shaped piece, put it in there, and you screw it into that bolt that you placed in before you put it all on. Tight squeeze. And perfect. So then you grab the piece that actually houses your foot peg, and you put the bolt that they give you that has the Allen wrench head in right into there, and you put it here. Part of the importance here is this piece is still loose a little bit, and by putting this in, you'll find that it'll actually tighten both pieces. Where's my there she is. Let's go ahead and screw that in as far as you can. Okay. And this cone piece will tighten as you get this to crank. I've now grabbed a crescent wrench. They say to do that in the instructions right here on this flat part. That way you can truly tighten all the pieces together. Just turn that, be careful not to scratch your exhaust. I've now gotten this is the heel guard. And what I've done actually with this piece is I have taken my crescent wrench and I have tightened it a little bit. That way I can access the 2 holes with these tiny little Allen screws for these 2 holes. That way I can put it on and then I can turn it back into place. That way I don't have to fit my wrench into some tight spaces. That actually might not work. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then move it back. So I just installed the heel guard here. I was looking at the other passenger peg too. It's at a slight angle. I just wanted this because I think it's more aesthetically pleasing to the actual bike. And then I just cranked it back, like I said, with my crescent wrench so that it did that to it. The next step is to put your actual peg on to this piece, and then you're done at that point. So just make sure you come in here, make sure you put the right. You took off the peg probably, so you know which way it goes on. Just make sure that it folds up. That's always important. I've messed up that before. So I'm gonna put this on. So this is your final product, your peg. It actually is possible. There is hope in the world. I did this without taking off any of my exhaust, which they say in the instructions that you have to. But if you have decently small hands, you probably can access any port that you need to. Again, that definitely helps that, and that is the final product.